Hello, our company is Yum Brands. My name is Kevin Lessman.
Bo Simpson.
Gordon Dixon.
Chris Wells.
Wesley Hodgson.
Jeremy Cummings.
In 1997, Pepsi hosted a spin-off that resulted in the founding of Tricon. Tricon's founder, Andrew Pearson, in 2002 later on bought out Long John Silver's and a few other companies and founded Yum Brands. Today, Yum Brands' most powerful or top 4 companies is going to be KFC, Taco Bell, Wing Street, and Pizza Hut. Currently today, Greg Creed is the CEO. Greg Creed is currently taking Yum Brands into China and conquering that territory, so to speak. Posted on Yum Brands' website is going to be their mission statement. Their mission statement is Yum Brands is committed to continuing the success realized during our first 10 years. Our success has only begun as we look forward to the future, one which promises a long runway for growth, especially on an international level. In addition, they also have their strategy. Yum Brand's strategy is, Yum is building a vibrant global business by focusing on 3 key growth strategies. First is build powerful brands through superior marketing, breakthrough innovations and compelling values, drive aggressive unit expansion everywhere, especially in emerging markets, and create industry-leading returns through franchising and disciplined use of capital.
The industry analysis for the Yum Brands economic factor. With China being one of the most populated countries in the world, we felt as if that was going to be the best country to implement our Yum Brand products and services into. The governmental supervision, as in every country, there are rules and regulations that Yum Brands must abide by. The reasons for these rules vary from country to country, but majority of them have to do with health concerns with their citizens. The product adaptation, we are implementing these restaurants into a new market on the other side of the planet, so there's going to be some changes that are going to be necessary in order for the business to succeed to its fullest potential. For example, in the United States, whereas consumers would go into a store and get a cheeseburger, over in China, consumers might go into the store and get sushi instead.
For our company analysis, we use a SWOT method. Our strengths is that we're very diverse with having KFC, Pizza Hut, Wing Street, and Taco Bell. That relates to a lot of potential consumers, that we're expanding into a lot of other countries. We have 39,000 restaurants in over 130 countries. KFC has 14,197 restaurants in 115 countries. Pizza Hut has 13,602 restaurants in 87 countries. And Taco Bell has 6,199 restaurants in 87 countries. Our weaknesses that we had issues with the FDA in Shanghai. Something went wrong, and the media portrayed Yum Brands as being not ethical and rule-breaking to be able to benefit from themselves. We also lost $3 to $4 million in advertising trying to reposition ourselves from that issue, which substantially came in a negative effect. With opportunities, and we were very implemented over in China, that we get 50% of our revenue in China alone. And China is obviously grows at a very large rate. And with recently the 1 kid rate, they changed to where now people in China can have 2 kids, so that should do something to our numbers. As for threats, there's many similar companies producing the same products, so we're going to have to be strategic with pricing and understand which consumers we're going to turn away and which we're going to keep. That also, that with being so largely invested in China, that you know how their government is, and they can change regulations, laws at any time, costing us thousands of dollars.
For our media strategy, we're going to have 3 advertisements. We're going to have a social media advertisement, which we're going to use once a month for every month of the year. And then we're going to have a online and television commercial, which we're going to use for Chinese networks and American networks, since there's a large number of there's a large number of restaurants in China. We're going to use a pulsing method for the television advertisements, so that once or every other month there's going to be more advertisements, so it's going to be imprinted into the consumers' minds more. And then we're going to have a print advertisement, which we're going to use for billboards, and that's going to be throughout the year, and we're going to have it nationwide.
Yum Inc. It's brand analysis. Their image has been built on the steady success of their oldest brand, KFC. With the aforementioned rise in China and other countries, it has been able to establish new brands like Wing Street, Pizza Hut, and the fast-growing Taco Bell. These brands have also helped it be a sure leader in pizza and Mexican-style fast food. The four powerful brands have led Yum to a global powerhouse in the fast food industry with over 41,000 restaurants in over 125 countries, with a diversified workforce greater than 1.5 employees. Lately, domestically, the sales have been slowing down to 20%, but they still have managed to grow tremendously overseas in countries like China with a forward profit of nearly 70%. Their ability to change products on their menus like curry or addition of Indian flavors is intended to better appeal to each country. Originally owned by PepsiCo, Yum has distinguished itself as a diversely powerful global brand, ranking in at 228 on Fortune's 500 list, with last year's revenue exceeding $13 billion.
The competitive analysis we took towards the Yum brands was the international market. They entered into the Asian fast food market recently, and their major competitors are McDonald's and Real Kung Fu, as you can see from the chart here. KFC has implemented over 4,200 outlets in 2012. That number is up to, I believe, 4,800 at the time, and McDonald's is smaller in comparison to that, just 1,700. As you can see, the operating profits in China are comparing to the United States, which is increasingly every year. China being, the new market, there's not as many competitors as the United States, so operating profits, an increase in that's always good. And as you can see, the expansion from 475 new outlets last year to 500 this upcoming year, that just shows growth. And the emerging markets that have to do with Yum are India and Mexico. These are a little bit less in the competitive mode as China. These are new markets where Yum can be implemented and start selling immediately. This chart just shows the top food service firms in China in 2012. As you can see, Yum Brands is the top on that chart as well at 21.3% of the market. McDonald's Corporation just at 6.5%, and others following that. The consumer analysis I took towards this Yum Brands was their marketing strategies. Taco Bell uses a social media marketing technique. They just implemented a new app on the iPhone to where they can order from anywhere and be picked up as soon as you arrive. Some negatives that come with this app are its formatting. It's kind of hard to navigate through all the different options, seeing that Taco Bell has a lot of different tacos, a lot of different burritos, such as that. But it does give the consumer a hands-on approach and kind of makes it to where it fits their needs a little bit better, thinking that it's more personalized towards them. KFC has taken the health-conscious approach. They've implemented the Kentucky Grilled Chicken. The Kentucky Grilled Chicken is KGC, which it's not even the same thing as Kentucky Fried Chicken, but they're kind of going towards a health-conscious market because the American consumers are watching their waist as well as their wallets, and they also have that original recipe where everyone wants to taste that KFC chicken. The Pizza Hut approach, they just implemented the Flavor of Now campaign. This campaign brings in new flavors, whether it be through new ingredients or new combinations. They believe that their new ingredients are fresher and they're going to appeal to the healthy market again, and they really take that fresh approach, thinking that their pizza will outbeat the competitors in that way. And Yum Brands has taken the international business approach. They're expanding in all the different global markets, including China, Mexico, and India. These undeveloped capital markets have little competition, making it easy for them to implement themselves immediately.
As previously stated by Court, the competitive situation of China, our biggest competitor is going to be with McDonald's. McDonald's Corporation is the biggest competitor because of their numbers over there. As far as the distribution situation goes over in China, we've been fortunate enough to have such a large corporation. We have our own 3PL shipping company that ships all of our products directly to our individual locations, and from there it will make the food and sell the food out of those locations. The environmental factors that we're going to be dealing with when we're over there, implementing stores into specific locations in China, there's always a staffing factor. So when we go over to China, we're going to have to check the crime rates in the towns that we are implementing our stores in. The reason for doing this is so that the the crime rate in our stores will stay low, and that way it will not deter potential customers away.
Our creative strategy. A creative strategy is something that you want to convey to the viewers or your customers. There's three primary things that we want to convey over. Number one is the differentiation inside of our products. In America, at Pizza Hut, you can go get pizza with pepperoni, sausage, pretty much any American food. Over in China, they did it with shrimp, sushi rolls, and a few other just homegrown foods over there. The next thing that we want to convey is our service. The business culture over there is called ganqi. Ganqi is you do business among your friends. You don't do it among strangers. So to remedy this ganqi aspect, so to speak, we're going to have a job rotation of three positions. You're going to have cashier, cook, and floor cleaner in the lobby. Inside the floor, whenever you're doing the floor cleaner, you're supposed to be talking to the customers and building relationships to them. Whenever this little relationship is established, it makes the customer feel welcomed, and it makes the customer feel like they're establishing friendships. In addition to the service part, it also helps with the employee aspect. The employee usually gets bored whenever they're just doing one certain job for a certain amount of time. Instead, we are doing job rotations to ensure that we get fully utilized services and products. The third thing that we want to convey over is our facilities. Our facilities are going to be differentiated than anywhere else. We're going to have the typical ancient Chinese imperial palace, so to speak, and we're just going to slap on the KFC sticker and sell KFC out of it. In addition to that, we're also going to be customizing our booths and everything else. We have booths made out of bamboo wood, and we're going to have pictures of ancient China. So it makes the customer just feel at home and welcome.
Okay, so following up on our media strategy that we talked about earlier, this is our TV commercial, storyboard of our TV commercial actually. The first clip is Colonel Sanders, and it says, "Hi, Colonel Sanders here. People are always asking me why KFC has the juiciest, most delicious chicken." In the second clip, he's there standing, it says, "It's because our chicken is the meatiest around." The next clip, he's sitting at his office, and he says, "And if you don't believe me, then let's just go check out our farm where we produce our chicken." And later he's on the farm, and it says, "Here on our farm, we don't keep the chickens cooped up. We allow them to roam about, but do keep them on a strict diet and routine schedule like you'll see." And then right here on the next clip, you'll cue the audio, which is the Eye of the Tiger song from Rocky, while the chickens are pumping iron, doing barbell workouts or dumbbell workouts. And then the next clip is Colonel Sanders back at his office stating, "Like I said, KFC has the juiciest and meatiest chicken around, which makes it so finger licking good." And then next part of our media strategy is our social media promotion, and it's for Taco Bell, and it reads, "Attention Taco Bell addicts, we are glad to announce an opportunity for you to win a free meal of your choice for our menu. We are now rewarding our amazing customers with the joy of being lucky and winning free food. Next time you're eating at Taco Bell and you receive your food wrapped in a golden wrapper, don't be afraid to scream in excitement. Hashtag golden wrapper, hashtag free meal, hashtag Taco Bell addicts."
And that was our presentation. Thank you for your time.